Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Near Disney. It's the Monday show where we cover not just the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, but the town that was built by Disney, Celebration, Florida. Everything that's happening in there as far as community events, including the real estate market. We're going to give you an update on what's been active and selling and pending at the end of the show. But we are super excited about what makes this episode special today. We've got a sneak peek video interview for the opening of the new town hall building. We know everyone in town has been waiting for months and months to see the 851 building come back into commission. And so let's just see right here, of course, we've got the official memo from the Celebration website. Residents are cordially invited to attend the reopening event celebrating the newly renovated town hall. Ribbon cutting ceremony begins at 5:15, and of course that is June 10th. It's right around the corner, followed by a resident reception of complimentary champagne and charcuterie to the melodic tunes of violinist and resident Gary Lovini. So the first CROA board workshop in the updated building will be held in the boardroom 101 at 6:30 p.m. So they're going to waste no time getting right started, taking care of things. This is a resident only event, kind of makes sense given that it's our town hall. So yeah, if you want to check it out, make sure that you bring your CROA ID so that you don't have to run back and get it and miss any part of the ribbon cutting ceremony. But of course, we have prepared, Kim Hawk, the fairy godmother of real estate, got in there ahead of time, give you a look at what's going on and talk to some of the people who made this happen. So without further ado, we will jump right into that.
Buddy, I'm so excited. We're here on the Near Disney YouTube.
Sorry, I am going to load it right now.
Hey everybody, I'm so excited. We're here on the Near Disney YouTube channel, but also because I am one of the founding residents of Celebration. This has been a long time coming, yeah?
It has, yes.
Yeah. I'm here with Lauren and Jacob. You know that they are in charge of Town Hall for us, and they're doing a great job. And so they're going to give us a sneak preview of what's going on. You guys want to give us a tour?
Yeah, let's go inside.
Go on in.
Welcome to the new Grand Hall, Town Hall. We've brought back your cornerstone cabinets here, so you still have that old Celebration feel from the original Town Hall. And I'll let Jacob kind of explain the changes that we've seen in the hallway and throughout the building.
Thanks, Lauren. So some of the things that we really wanted to capture with this renovation, after doing a lot of the repairs that were necessary, were how do we improve the resident experience? A couple items with that were from that front entry. When you walk in Town Hall, there's a new paint color on the building to separate it from its origins of being part of the school. So it sticks out a lot more, making it a lot easier for those first-time residents and those visitors. And we added a ramp at the front for better accessibility. And then before, when you come in, the resident service window was at the very end of the hall down there through a little transaction window. And we wanted that experience to be better. So when you walk in now, right when you come in, you wonder, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? And these doors during office hours are wide open to the resident service lobby, which will bring you in over here. So some things that we really wanted to capture with the resident service lobbies. One is a little bit of that confidential items. You're discussing an array of different things with our resident service staff. As they're your go-to shop with any question you have in Celebration, they're going to either give you the information or direct you to the right path. So we removed that transaction window. We have a really nice face-to-face with our resident service team. A lot of resources are given out with Town Hall. And so we did some studies with that as well. So they have lots of space to store information that they can easily provide to residents. Some additional thought went into this is having some tables available for people to fill out their forms and different things like that. And one thing that we're really excited to bring back to Town Hall, right over here, is our U.S. flag retirement box. This was built as a Eagle Scout project with the Boy Scout Troop 125 in collaboration with the Veterans Club of Celebration. So that's one of those heritage pieces that we're really excited. We had some questions about it, and we were saying, rest assured, it's coming back, and had a spot dedicated just for it. In a week or two's time, all of this is going to be the merchandise. So all of that Celebration logo merchandise that you remember seeing out in the hallway before, we'll have it spot right over here. A little backstage piece is a mechanical room over here. A lot of the mechanics for the entire building were replaced. This is just part of the HVAC system, all new. So a lot of the resources in this project went to the infrastructure itself to make sure that not just is the building pretty, but it's done right for decades and decades. So back out to the Grand Hall, one of the major things that changed here is we bumped out the rooms quite a lot. There was a bit of a low section over in the Grand Hall that was removed. It made the rooms a lot bigger. They added sound panels in here as well to reduce some of the echoing. And then with that, I'll pass it over to Lauren.
Come join us in the new boardroom. So one of the great new things we have in the boardroom is instead of temporary tables and chairs, we have a nice dais. While not built in, it still provides a nice professional feeling for each board member and these executive chairs. So now you have a professional feel to your board meetings, bringing that just extra special touch to the HOA. These rooms will also be established and set up for tables and chairs meetings and rentals with these nice foldable and rolling tables as well. They've also created this bump up in the ceiling as well, just to add that extra volume in here and the nice lighting. And we've gone from 3 meeting rooms down to 2, but because of the extra space, you actually have more space in the 2 than you did in the 3, with this great foldable wall with soundproofing in between. So the 2 rooms can be used jointly or separately.
We were able to keep the patio space outside with both rooms connecting to it, all new tables and chairs out there as well, which provides you a nice little peaceful space next to the nature preserve.
For those of you who don't know why we started this project, many years ago when Ian came through, we experienced a lot of water intrusion. That unearthed many years of maintenance that had not been done, and water intrusion from the base of the building, the windows, and the interior roof inside Town Hall. The base of the building had basically eroded, so there was a 1-inch gap between the foundation and the bottom of the ephes. So that's one of the big things that we needed to address with this project, along with the leaking windows and the leaking roof.
All of the window structures have been redone. And this was from the seals. We're doing water testing on them as well, and they're doing micro edits to it to make sure that we don't have any problems with water intrusion around the windows in the near future. Well, the landscaping grade has been adjusted to flow water out instead of build it in. Is this large section you see here is a 3-layer waterproofing around that ephes and envelope of the building, where all of the water intruded from above the concrete slab and where the stucco began. One thing that was also done to make sure that even that doesn't become an issue if it was, is the addition of a drainage system. Now on this side of the building, all of the gutters drain underground into a water reserve out by the nature reserve. On the other side, they drain into the storm drain system. Now, I think we actually have 2 more rooms to show you. One is a bit familiar, and then we're in with a little sneak peek that was built just special for Celebration.
All right, we'll take you into a familiar room for the community. So this room was the least impacted as part of this whole renovation. This is the activities room, and in here you will see the original Celebration seal that started out in the Bank of America building where the Disney offices were. So this room will be dedicated to our physical activities, our dance classes, the exercise classes, so they have a dedicated space that their sound's not impacting the rest of the community.
Yeah, that was a real feat for them to move this. Every piece on this is this individual piece. I'm pretty tall, but you can see it's a big piece. For all of those that may remember, your town photos used to be taken out in front of this. And some of the redesign, some of the issue was to get a wall space big enough and wide enough to fit this. So we were really happy to be able to bring it back and dedicate it into a room that's really special for the community back here. One more room that's kind of new was added. We added this room called our Conference Room 3, and it's really designed to be a committee conference room with all of the townhome associations, the condo associations, and all of the multiple committees that support our different boards here. We wanted a space that was really dedicated for them, where we can hold meetings and not always having to be finding a room and moving dates around just for that. So this room was taken out of the office space, the former resident services, and we created a room just for committee meetings. Kind of resembles a board style room, but a sneak peek to come is this wonderful piece back here. So actually during the demolition project, this was actually discovered by the construction crew behind a temporary wall that had been built in a back storage room. This seal, our maintenance team has cleaned it up. They've made this board and hung it up, so it was all done here, by our team in Town Hall. But this adorned the 690 Celebration Avenue Town Hall built by Philip Johnson. So this was above the front door of the original Town Hall, and we're really happy to be able to return it to Town Hall in a room that's so special to the governance of Celebration. With that, we're going to just take you out to the courtyard.
So one of the great things about the landscape design around Town Hall is it was designed to be in full compliance with our ARC guidelines. So our team can take residents out here and use this as an example of the 3 tiers and the plant choices that can be utilized at their homes. So not only is it beautiful, but it's also functional for our team and as an example for the community.
So this was another space that just got a light refresh. On top of the landscaping, the whole courtyard has been repoured, new benches tying back to the foundations of Town Hall. And as you can see, we got the crew still getting it ready for the ribbon cutting on June 10th.
Well, this is a long 2-year project with our board, and we want to thank them for their leadership and the Master Plan Advisory Committee, who also provided a significant amount of work. We also want to thank the Callett Group, who provided the construction-ready drawings and provided invaluable owner's rep services for this project, along with DeAngelis Jaiman, the general contractor, who did some great work for us.
I think it's really great that you do have a picture of Michael Eisner in this case. And so, as many of you know, in the stories that I've told, I worked with Michael Eisner back in the day when they were thinking of the idea of Celebration. And I was so excited that when he came back to visit, I think it was our 20th anniversary, he said that Celebration was his favorite thing that they've ever done. And so to know that Michael is still being acknowledged here, I think he'd be very proud of you guys. So congratulations on behalf of Near Disney. And don't forget, you guys, the 30th anniversary, they have been working so hard. They have had 30 additional special events on top of the events that you guys organized, right? And then the actual big event is going to be November 7th. And it's exciting because you've been seeing some things that we've been reporting, that it's going to be the Pop Tour 2000. And so the kids that first moved here, for example, Ashley was turning 5 at that time. Of course, she loved the boy bands. And so a lot of the parents would get to know each other because we would go to these concerts, everything from NSYNC to Backstreet Boys, whatever. Well, don't you know, these guys are on top of it. And so the event is going to have Kirkpatrick, who's from NSYNC. They're going to have O-Town, Ryan Cabrera, and then our own Brad Fischetti from LFO. Brad is a resident of Celebration for 20 years. We absolutely love him. And so they really are going to have a fantastic event that night. There's a drone show from Advent Health that's being sponsored. So look for those spots over by the downtown diner, Reggiano's, everything. I'm sure it's going to be packed. People are going to have a great time. And we are working with Brad. If anybody has a question of any of the band members, you can text me at 407-808-9845. We're going to get those questions to Brad. And as they are on tour, he's going to ask some of those questions. It's going to be in a video right before the guys get up on stage that day. So if you want to know the answer, ask now. Give us that question. And once again, congratulations. And we hope to see you on November 7th. And the grand opening date here is
June 10th.
June 10th.
Join us at 5:15 for our ribbon cutting.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle.
All right. Wow, that was incredible to watch. And yes, we have already got a comment. Thank you so much for watching and commenting. Paul says, great coverage, Kim. Thank you for bringing this to all the residents. Yeah, and of course, we want to bring all the residents to this as well. I'll just pull up this quick reminder there just so you caught it. June 10th, 5:15 p.m. at the 851 building, 851 Celebration Avenue. Bring your CROA ID card and yeah, participate in the ribbon cutting ceremony. If you're just tuning into the live portion, I'm Elijah Lewis with Florida in Motion Realty on Kim Hawk's team, filling in for Kim tonight. But yeah, happy to be taking the host chair. The studio is a beautiful place. And yeah, we're also going to keep moving along here and talk a little bit more about some of the other upcoming events that they have posted on the town hall's website. I'm just going to just remind us that also on June 10th, earlier in the day, our town is putting on the animal encounter. So that's at the Heritage Hall, 1175 Celebration Avenue, out in the open field area. Another CROA event. So 11 a.m. They've got some fun stuff going on. They say they said they've got some unique animals there. They didn't say which ones, but if they got capybaras and kangaroos in the promotional material here, I bet you we're in for something cool. Also, we've got the Flamingo National Pink Day scavenger hunt. That's Tuesday, June 23rd. 30 flamingos are hidden across the CROA amenities, and you can join in a scavenger hunt and try to participate in that. Find the flamingo and you get to keep it. Well, that's a pretty sick deal. So yes, be kind and take one flamingo so everyone has a chance to participate. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And of course, just a reminder that yes, the 4th of July is also happening, because this isn't just the 30th anniversary of celebration this year. This is the 250th anniversary of America. And so, yes, they are going to be doing the fireworks show again, the Star Spangled Spectacular. Join as we light up the sky red, white, and blue. And so, yeah, that'll be happening right downtown. And they got DJ Bubbles doing a set and M80s doing a set. We'll talk more about this. The fireworks go on at 9:20, but we do just like to remind you that that is something awesome that the town puts on. So we also like to throw things over to the real estate side of things, cover the celebration real estate market. I'll make myself a little smaller and that a little bit bigger. So what we tend to do is just give you a little overview on some of the actives, some of the pendings, and some of the solds on a week-by-week basis. So this week, there were 6 actives, 5 pendings, and 7 solds. That's interesting. It's kind of multiple weeks in a row where we're seeing more solds than actives come in. Maybe that starts to tell us something about a possible market trend. But I'm glad to see that the desire and demand for celebration inventory is picking up, and we're seeing more and more things going under contract, more and more things getting sold, and we're seeing things going quickly that have been sitting for a while. So if you are thinking about potentially putting your home on the market in celebration, we know not everyone leaves. Sometimes they just move around the bubble. We right size, get a place a little bigger, get a place a little more cozy. And so yeah, that's what our phone numbers are on the screen for. Get in touch with me. I'm got to work right alongside Kim Hawk, and more than happy to figure out how to help you with buying or selling a place, because it's a little bit of slim pickings, but there's always a house. That's what I say. So on the most affordable, economically priced side of things, we have this new entry this week at 753 Sienna Palm Drive. That is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo, 855 square feet still. And they are priced at $285,000. And then step up from there, more condos in different neighborhoods of celebration. Now going from 1-bedroom to 2-bedroom, two full bath, you've got 1038 Waterside Drive in Celebration, Florida. and that is $325,000. So for getting that extra bedroom and 1,465 square feet, so almost doubling the square footage, that is the entry level price for a 2-bedroom as far as the new actives on the market goes. And yeah, looks pretty nice inside. They've got windows that look toward the water on the golf course. Then we go into the entry point for the new 3-bedroom, of course. That's 1220 Vaux Boulevard, Unit 204, 1,736 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3 full bath. Really nice to see 3 full bath. And now we are getting into the 400s, 434,000 square feet. But hey, I really like this price per square footage, $250 per square foot. That is pretty cool for over 1,700 square feet, because if you've been watching the Celebration market or watching this show on a week-to-week basis, you see that we've kind of seen square footage sit comfortably in the 300s, mid 300s, even to mid 400s for a lot of nice single-family homes. So that is for 3 bedrooms, 3 full bath, and a garage. Yeah, this looks very nice. So yeah, feel free to give me a call if you want to see this one. Just came on the market. It's day 1. And then pulling over to the the most high-end priced one that hit the market is the Aquila Loop area. Really nice neighborhood of East Village. This is a 5-bedroom home, 4.5 bath. Just over 420,000 square feet. We are now getting into like the estate property pricing, where we are in the 2.195 million. So just under 2.2. And yes, you see the price per square footage here, 522 per square feet, because you are in a really premium build. Front porch, beautiful lot, beautiful backyard. Looking at the water. Absolutely. And you just see upon entry, got like this very elegant staircase. So yep, definitely if you're in the market for the premium high-end market in Celebration, these homes in this price point have suddenly started to pick up incredibly fast in the last couple months. Maybe it has something to do with people trying to get ahead of the property tax vote that is going to, cause quite a stir in November. That's officially hitting the ballot now. We covered that this week on the Wednesday show. And so, definitely please subscribe if you want to stay tuned to that. But we think that might have a lot to do with people's mentality we've been talking to. So we've seen the luxury market really accelerate in Celebration, Florida. They want to live in the Disney town, and they want to potentially get a head start on significantly reducing homesteaded property taxes. So we want to congratulate the people who got a contract this week, and something actually went and pended. 700 Sienna Palm Drive, Unit 305, a 1-bedroom home, pended. It was listed at $239. We won't know what it went for until it actually goes to closing. We're rooting for you to, of course, get to the closing table there for 792 square feet. And just look at a couple more of these. Yeah, Sienna. It looks like there's traffic in Sienna this week. Multiple Sienna homes going under contract. And of course, Golden Rain is a great a condo complex in the Georgetown area of North Village. So 3-bedroom, 3 full bath at 259 square feet. Price per square foot, excuse me. The actual square footage is over 1,600 square feet. But yeah, it was listed at $419. We'll keep you posted on what these actually closed for and the prices that they secured. Because, even our sellers, when they call us, they want to look at the real comps. There's what they asked for, and there's what things sold for. 799 Oak Shadows was the most premium priced home to get a contract this week. Congratulations for a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bed home, over 4,200 square feet. Price per square footage they were asking was over 400. We'll see what that officially went for. But yeah, beautiful home in East Village, and it has that charming Mediterranean style and backs against conservation. Let's take a quick look at what actually got to the closing table and sold this week. The most economically priced one was 231 Golden Rain, Unit 101. That was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom in the Georgetown area. The sold price was $340. They didn't come down too much from asking. So for this price per square footage, $257. I think we're seeing a pattern here in the Georgetown and Siena areas. So congratulations to getting to the closing table on that. And also, home sold on 512 Water Street. Now that is proximity to downtown. We are just walking distance to the downtown of Celebration. So 2-bedroom, 2-bath, just walking distance from downtown Celebration, secured $375,000 and a price per square footage of $308,000. So congratulations there. Let's take a look at the top selling ones. 706 Mulberry Avenue, 5-bedroom, 4-bath home, sold for $1.25 million. That was the asking price, and it got a contract in 1 day. So within 24 hours, it looks like this one sold. Beautiful, beautiful pool home, right downtown Celebration. Lovely updates. That's awesome to see. So congratulations to them. And of course, 915 West Park Drive was active for just about a week, and it sold for $3,050,000 and secured a price per square footage of $451,000, over 6,700 square feet. Beautiful home, the most premium home that sold this week. Actually got to the closing table. What's beautiful about this one is it has like this guest house that's about the size of a real house there. Has to do with securing this extremely premium price point. Yep. So that's our market snapshot there. We've seen some good activity this week as far as our own real estate team goes. We'll be happy to present you some good stuff from our own efforts in the weeks to come. So thanks for staying tuned. Hope this episode was informative. If you just tuned in now, definitely go rewind to the beginning and see our whole interview with Town Hall to get ahead of all that they did to improve it, as the people who were in charge of those committees walked us through. That was really informative. Thanks to them for getting us that sneak peek. And tuning in for the real estate market update. So I'm Elijah Lewis with Florida in Motion Realty. Appreciate if you hit the like button and subscribe. We're on the path to 10,000 subscribers, and just helps us push our promotion of our beautiful town to even more people around the world. People call us from all kinds of places. So I'm going to throw it over to Kim Hawk to sign us out, and I'll say, catch you next time.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's Castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.